Did you like your childhood? We're going to talk about the 4 different type of ways a parent can parent and what that means for the child. So let's get into it. We're just going to use a basic economic model. On your x-axis is maturity and on your y-axis is awareness. So this is going to be the parent's conscious ability to know their triggers, the insecurities, anything playing on their ego, etc. So first, we have the mature and aware parent. This is the best parent you can get. They are the most well-rounded, okay? This parent is very adult-like. It holds a high mentality, a high way of going through the world, and it is aware of all of its triggers, its insecurities, anytime its ego, is hurt, whatever. So this parent has the ability to separate its needs from the child's needs and know when it is important to consider everyone's needs and when to push theirs aside so that the child can get what they need. This parent is mature, but they are unaware. So what this could look like is they could have a very good mentality and way of viewing the world, but they just don't admit certain things to themselves. So it can be very challenging for them to deal with feelings of shame, guilt, pain, not being perfect, things like that. So this parent can be very confusing to their children because their children can look up to them because they are mature and maybe they're doing certain things in the world, but their children also feel like in some way maybe they cannot trust them because some of their actions that they do may not always be congruent with being a mature adult. Now this one over here, the immature and unaware parent, this is the worst parent that you can get, unfortunately. This parent does not think how they're supposed to be thinking. Their emotions are not where their emotions should be, and the worst part about it is they're unaware of that and other things about themselves. So this parent is susceptible to living vicariously through their child, making their child kind of walk a life that they think is the most ideal. They could be very toxic, abusive, and they could just be irrational and have unfair rules or duties on those children, because at the end of the day, what they're really looking for is for their children to fulfill their reality and not the other way around. Now, the immature but aware parent, they are immature, but they are aware of some of these things like that hold them back or are their triggers. So for them, they can be the very passive parent. They want their child to be happy, so they'll give them leeway and they understand that they should have leeway. But at the same time, maybe they're not as good at guiding their children or having boundaries.